Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and today we're going over the album by Driver Era called X. So these are people. This is a group that I actually didn't, or duo, I should say, that I did kind of just dived right into via the album, and like a couple of songs I listened to, like "Feel You Now" or "Feel You Now" was one of the things I put onto my Friday picks. So, and I really love that song. So with all the songs coming in, it's kind of cool to see the whole album that they kind of released. I didn't really, because I don't keep track with them, I don't really see all the notifications when their album is coming out or anything. But because I liked Feel You Now, I kind of just like, you know what, I'm going to go into it and just listen to the whole thing. And I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with it. So let's get right into it and talk about each song and of the album. It's like 10 tracks. So let's get right into it. So the first song is Welcome to the End of Your Life. So this is a really good song. I like when I first heard it before, and I kind of was just like, oh, this is okay, it's cute, and I kind of moved away from it because it was a single, and then finally it was on the album. I listened to when I kind of like dropped all expectations and kind of went into the album, I immediately was like drawn to that song, and it made more sense to start off with that song in the album. So it's like, oh, okay, I see. I love this. I love the hazy, drony kind of like lazy kind of sound it does, and it explodes into this weird like alternative rock kind of sound in the hook. So, and it kind of reminds me, the way that he sings the "Welcome to da 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 da," like it's kind of reminds me, it sounds very lazy, so in the best way, but it also reminds me of DNCE, how Joe Jonas kind of has that kind of like lazy song, like lazy type of singing kind of thing, and it's kind of fun, and I think that I like how they definitely do it in here. I think that's one of their heights inside this whole thing, is like how they kind of play with their vocals. This is actually, it kind of, and I noticed one thing that it speeds up a little bit over time near the end of it, which I thought was kind of cool. Number 2 is Nobody Knows. This is a fun song. When I looked up the lyrics before what it's about, apparently it's about groupies. It's catchy. I like the chorus with the "and nobody knows your heart, your heart." Like I don't know. It just sounds really nice, and I really love the sound of the song. Number 3 is Scared of Heights. So this song was okay to me. I do appreciate the garage type of sound, beat, like production into it kind of thing. Like it sounds like you would walk past somebody else's house and they're just jamming in their garage with that sound. I really like that kind of like authentic type of sound. This song's pretty much saying getting high, trying to get high to beat depression is what I'm guessing that's what it's about. Number 4 is Feel You Now, which is, we talked about this song earlier in my Friday picks. Amazing song, great sound. Has this weird kind of like 80s kind of like David Bowie kind of sound, but in his voice, the way that he doesn't really there's a couple falsetto pieces, but it's pretty David Bowie, which I really like. Number 5 is San Francisco, which is another of my favorite songs on this album, because I love that chill sound. It literally reminds me of a song you would play going to San Francisco or going up the one. It's perfect sounding of sound. This song's pretty much about his experience in San Francisco with his ex, and how much, and like kind of reminiscing how fun it was and everything, and that experience of going to that trip. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of like adult contemporary in a way. Number 6 is Low, and number 6 is Low, but I also have an issue. I kind of have an issue with the song. So this Low and number 3, which is Scared of Heights, kind of sound the same to me. Like I don't know. Like when I hear Scared of Heights, I immediately start singing Low. And then when I hear Low, I start singing Scared of Heights. If I'm in my head, kind of drifts into those two songs. So I kind of confuse those two. I know they completely sound different as you go into it, but the production is lightly the same. This song is pretty much saying that he's kind of surprised how much his ex has affected him post breakup. How much with her gone, and not being around and everything, it's just like, oh, I kind of thought I'd get over it, but I'm still kind of reeling over it. Number 7 is Give You What You Want. This is a very fun production I really like. One of my other favorite songs. Because I love the falsetto. Falsetto is amazing. I love that slow beat. I love the production. It's just so fucking fun because it reminds me of 311-ish, and I love that bass guitar. This bass guitar they're applying to these songs are fucking pure and clean. It's amazing and it's so catchy. Number 8 is Natural. This is one of my least favorite songs. I do want to compliment the guitar riff in the background. I love the central sound of it. So it's definitely meant to be a sexy song, which I definitely appreciate. Number 9 is Afterglow. So I love the bassy chords of it, and it kind of reminds me a lot in the beginning. Like when I hear it, I immediately think of the song called "Personal" by Harvey. It has the same chords in the beginning, so I immediately think that. But with that said, I like the beachside kind of production. Like this is completely something you can listen to at the beach, near a pool. I don't know, like I love that relaxed sound of it. And pretty much about him saying that that she leaves him wanting more. And finally, number 10 is Preacher Man, which is a song that I didn't really care for in the beginning, but as it's been around and I've heard it more often, the more I kind of got into it. There's parts of it that kind of sounds very typical. And so, like, it's meant to get you, like, it's the tropes of these type of this type of sound is all there. So it kind of makes me kind of like, and I think that's why I didn't like it in the beginning. I was like, this sounds pretty typical. But as I grew into it, the more I started actually liking it, the more I actually picked up some of the uniqueness of the actual production. Like, for example, the piano riff is pretty fun. It's typical, but it's fun. And it's catchy. And also the more I started hearing it, the more I kind of realized, I started feeling that they're really having fun with this song. Like, it sounds like they're just having a great time with this song. So anyway, so that is it. That is X. That is X by the Driver Era. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about the album. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it a complete bop? I personally give it a good 7 out of 10. 7.5, 7 out of 10. Because there's a row from 4... Well, 1 is one of my favorite songs, but from 4 down to 7, that's a lot of songs. That's a lot of songs in a row for me to like really, really like. So, great album. Really excited to see what else they're gonna do with their sound. If it's gonna be, is this more of a project? Is it more of an official thing? I'm very excited to see what's more coming. I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.